I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay. Let's run this apology back one more time, and then we'll kind of dissect it a bit and then kind of deal with the fallout, why you did this, a lot more other things. But let's run it back one more time.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so
Okay.
difficult.
Now, what do y'all think? I'll tell you some initial thoughts that initially came to my mind, and I think maybe people have regurgitated this, but it's the obvious, right? First and foremost, I do think Diddy's going through it, okay? I do think Diddy's going through, and when I mean going through it, I mean he's going through a time where everything he's worked for, his legacy, his career, his possible freedom, is at jeopardy, okay? This apology video, I was like sincerely confused about, and then really even thinking about the worst moves you could make in the last about.
Let's see how Diddy apologized. How did people take it?
I know earlier this week I told y'all, oh, only time will tell the truth. I didn't know time was snitching like that, because why you telling? And then I didn't know this was the truth. I would have paid y'all the money to hush it, but y'all don't trust Diddy. Y'all keep saying, oh, Diddy do this, Diddy do that. I did it. You feel what I'm saying? Now I feel like revolting against me. And who said I put my hands on a woman? I said feet, but like that was my fault, bro. Like at the end of the day, you should never hit a woman on camera. And I'm really sorry that I got caught for doing it. You feel me? And I thought I was by myself with at least 2 other people. I didn't know the camera was recording. First of all, I didn't even see the camera recorded. I would have beat the camera ass because y'all nosy. You feel what I'm saying? And we in the hotel. Why the fuck the hotel and everybody my business? But at the end of the day, that was a dark time in my life. That was so dark. You know, I seek therapy and rehab. I had to get the drugs out of my system because, to be honest, I would have did it again. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I was fucked up, bro. Y'all trying to act like y'all so perfect. Like, so I never told y'all I was a bad boy. I ain't say that. Then on top of that, y'all acting like y'all never hit on a woman before. So y'all don't flirt? I hit on girls all the time. Like, you not gonna hit on her? Y'all know I'm not good with words. I'm waiting on Meek Mill to defend me. You feel me? He know I'm a bad boy. Meek Mill know how I get a little aggressive after the freak off, but he would've stayed on the floor for that long. He would've been get up. I'm done with women. This one I'm done with women. I'm still bad boy for life. But you guys want bad boy for life in prison, yo? That's fucked up. I was fucked up. That was my energy, yo. That was my energy. I had bad energy, man.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
Around 4 or 5 times.
Was that all with Cassie, or was it Cassie and other women?
I seen him with Cassie and I seen him with Kim Porter, his kid's mother.
There have also been allegations involving him and other men in terms of abuse.
It's been times that I would stand by the elevator or I would go downstairs and say, why is this guy rushing me out? And I would see different men. I've never seen what they did, but I've actually stood there while they knocked on the hotel room door. When you go through life just paying your way out, I really feel like he might be sorry now. He's sorry that he got caught, but If that was a one-time incident, then I would say accept his apology.
It's been another.
I know earlier this week I told y'all, oh, only time will tell the truth. I didn't know time was snitching like that, cause why you telling? And then I didn't know this was the truth. I would. Yo, y'all join me. This getting nutty. Make the photographer take the picture.
Okay.
Did he take that?
Did he take that?
Yes, take that. Take that. Take that. Take that picture. Take that.
Bro.
Take that. Take that.
Nah.
Take that. I know.
What?
Did he take that?
What?
Wait, y'all join me. I'm from Philly, y'all. Hey, with LeBron. Stop that diddle. Stop diddling me. Because O'Malley was supposed to be DMing me. Did he sleep in?
Bro, he woke up.
You sure you want to take the D out? Oh, you know I can't take the D. Diddle the dabbler. How did the dibble dabble did? What did he? Fuck. The twin trying to take shit, think it ain't on me. Can't fucking the track cause the roof gon' fall on me. Boy, you a real nigga when the cameras is rolling. I'm back in my hood where everything good. I fuck fine shit, then I roll me a wood. The twin, you a bitch, you was scared when you did that. You can tell by my skin color, I'm German. Like him, he Cuban. Say something in Creole. Konnichiwa. Man, that's African. You can tell by my skin color, I'm German. Like him, he Cuban. Say something in Creole. Konnichiwa. Man, that's African. You can tell by my skin color, I'm German.
Sing it, Zo.
You can tell by my skin color, I'm German. Like him, he Cuban. Say something in Creole. Konnichiwa. Man, that's African.
Sing it, Zo.
I got you. You niggas better slow up before you bang the f*** out. I aim, let the flame blow your brains off.
Caleb B?
Yeah, I brought Caleb B to the block. Her my best friend. I ain't gonna say my best friend name. You know what I'm saying? Bestie don't be in with all that. She got her shit together. Bro, she ain't with all this internet shit. But yeah, like we all went to John Hope College Prep together.
Okay. Are y'all still cool or?
Who?
You and Caleb B?
Nah, Kayla don't like me, man. She, you know, when her brother first died, she know I was sitting there smoking him and shit.
Well, what was the situation that happened between you and King Von on the school bus?
Nah, we was actually on the CTA bus, bro. I turned that bitch out. He got into it with one of the guys at school. I guess they was in that bitch shooting dice or whatever. And one folks who he got into it with was too big for him. And folks just told him like, shit, wait till we get out of school, I'm gonna have my little homie scratch you out. Talking crazy, not knowing who his little homie is. So when I came on the bus, folks like, man, whoop him, buddy. So I'm like, man, buddy, your ass tweaking, but Broski said whoop you, so I had to whoop him.
Okay, was that the first time you got into it with him?
Hell no, it was my third time getting into it because when we were shorties. Oh shit, Papa. It was my third time getting into it because when we was shorties, the little bastard threw my church religion had in the motherfucking mud down in the basement in the back of his mama's house. When I was on Tugger for this when I was alright, so look, my auntie was staying in the park when I used to stay going over my auntie crib. Bro. And he stayed next door for my man, had a white and khaki beige True Religion hat. That motherfucker threw my shit downstairs in the basement to the mud. Bro, I beat his ass. I beat his ass then too. That was some little kid shit. We was like 7, 8, some shorties.
Well, you said after the bus incident, that's when Bond turned a savage up.
Yeah, hell yeah. He flipped. He was BD and everything. Because at first I was GD from Killer Ward.
One rapper, almost smoke. Chicago rapper, FB Grave.
Fighting for her life, gang. It'll be. I don't took it. And a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of be facade. A lot of people don't even go through gang.
Because his sister K.I. lost her life on that
Up gang. Like why y'all ain't come lock this girl up, gang? Every day I be like, rather out in Tuga grade because I be taking care of Quan them phone Shondell. Like I be every day for I be on the phone with my little brother them phone on Tuga for I be talking to them for then I be like, I wish this was my little sister I was talking to for on the phone on Tuga grade for I wish this was Kyra. I wish I was laughing with my sister for. I wish I was sending my sister this money. Yeah. I wish I was sending my sister these pictures of me at these interviews on these platforms. I wish I was showing Kyra this shit. On Tuga for that shit hurt my soul every day. On Tuga Day. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of be facade. A lot of people don't even go through gang.
because his sister K.I. lost her life on April 11th, 2014. See, on that day, K.I. made a huge mistake and tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her ops, as she was walking down the block with two friends who were headed over to the studio to celebrate Boss Trail's birthday, until a gunman hopped out of a car, waved bystanders to get out of the way, and began opening fire at K.I. and her friends. Her two friends were hit, and K.I. was hit 9 times. After being shot, she stumbled to a nearby home where she'd lay on some steps and take her last breath. And speaking of K.I.'s death, a man from Chicago, known as Trenches News, says he was on the scene when she lost her life. And he talks about how disturbing it was in an interview with Cam Capone News, because he even claims that smoke was coming out of her neck during this incident.
And did you hear the gunshots and everything going
on?
Oh
yeah, they sound like something special. They was boom, boom, like it had like a Star Wars before it said pow. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy as hell, man, that day. And then the police tried to lock up Duck. They told Duck he responsible for it. They just left K.I. on the ground. They ain't try to help her, administer no aid. They ain't try to do none of that. Me and Joe Jackson, me and Manny, FBG, Young and them daddy, we about to go to jail because we like, nah, let him go. So I went over there by K.I. Smoke was coming out her neck, man. It was all sad.
Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because some say him doing this interview with DJ Vlad is the main cause of his death, since he spoke on how he killed someone in self-defense.
Wow, that's crazy.
About 2-3 weeks, I do have to say that this takes the cake from King Combs' pick a sidetrack. Honestly, this 100% just takes the cake, and I'm gonna tell you why. What is an apology if you don't acknowledge what you're apologizing for or who you're apologizing to? And that's one of the things I noted instantly when I heard this. Yo, I'm sorry. Okay, what are you sorry for? Doesn't mention, hey, I know there's this video that got leaked of me doing some disgusting, irreprehensible type of things. And that conduct is just out of line. It's out of line with me. Like, again, not acknowledging why you're apologizing makes it seem like a stock apology. Not acknowledging who you're apologizing to also makes it seem kind of, like it falls on his face. To me, I can't understand why Diddy put this out. I'm like thoroughly confused. And this is one of the times where I would feel like he would know not to really say much, because if there was a time to say much, it would probably be, I can't even say that either. I was going to say when the lawsuit was filed, when he settled, but at that point, why even talk, right? But I think when he did put out that statement, and we're going to go back to that statement because a lot of people have discussed that statement, because they're saying that, yo, this guy's not apologizing for himself, right? Like, this guy gave an apology really for, he did some self-serving, I'm apologizing just to apologize shit. Because if he really felt like this all along, he would have never put out this statement, which came out months ago, right? For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Okay? Now, y'all gonna have to help me slightly a bit in me trying to like figure out the time here because so much is going on. Did this happen? Did this apology happen after he? I think this no, not apology. Did this post happen after he settled? I don't know if that's still on his Instagram. Is it still on his Instagram? Let's figure out some dates here, people. Oh, it's still on his Instagram. And by the way, he had the comments off for this one, right? Now, the timing on this was December 6th, right? When did Diddy settle with Cassie? Diddy settles with Cassie. When did Diddy's... Okay, he settled with Cassie back in November. Okay. And this is one of those things that I'm realizing, you know, because everyone's using this statement against him. And by the way, I do have to, like, slow the horses here. Like, I'm not here to give no sympathy for Diddy. There's none of that, bro. But I'm trying to also be factual, right? A lot of people were saying that this was a statement going against Cassie, but he put out the statement after Cassie. So he already settled with Cassie, right? And Cassie didn't allege anything else afterwards, right? He put out a statement. Cassie's lawyer put out a statement. That I believe came in November. This post came in December. And again, I don't know Diddy, nor I know his team, but I think this was probably meant to be the other cases, right? I honestly, and I don't know if y'all looked at it like that, I took Diddy settling in 24 hours as an admission of guilt. I did. I know he said I still ain't do nothing, but I took it as an admission of guilt. 24 hours, and me, I just didn't know where the guilt was, right? I don't know if it was, oh, yeah, I really was pimping you out for the freak offs. I didn't know it was like, yeah, of course I gave you 5 uppercuts a week. I don't know what the admission was, but I took that. Me personally, I took that as,
damn.
Oh, okay, you're saying that Cassie wasn't bullshit. Despite, even if you want to blanketly, which I think his lawyer had put out a statement afterwards, right? Let's read the statement that Diddy put out afterwards, right? So it says, I have decided, okay, the parties announced on Friday that they reached a resolution and they disclosed no details about the settlement. I've decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. That's what Cassie said. Okay, let's hear what Combs said, right? Diddy. We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best of luck. Now, his lawyer, I believe, spoke a little bit more or released another lengthy statement. Let me see. In a response, Ben Brafman, well, I guess who cares if people are using this statement. Diddy did say this shit was lies. It don't even matter if, you know what I mean? This statement wasn't to Cassie. I guess that's the only thing I was trying to correct. This statement, the enough is enough shit, that's to Lil Rod and them other niggas. And of course, there's a 17-year-old situation. And there is another one with somebody else. I think Aaron Hall. Yeah, and then there's a few other random ones that have popped up. So this statement was to those because they were coming out like day by day. And we were hearing more level of detail that we've never heard before, right? Like, yo, he was just openly drugging people. Yo, he's sending people to booby trap to recruit hoes and sex workers. Like, it was getting, every day there was a new allegation. So I think that's why this came out. But let's be honest, Diddy did deny through his lawyer what Cassie had alleged initially, right? So, again, you know what I mean? I guess I'm maybe like trying to be too specific. Fuck it. Like, the nigga denied it. Don't even matter. Okay. Regardless. By the way, let me see what his lawyer said before. So, at first, the lawyer was like, Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. Wow. Okay. According to the suit, all right, blah, 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 blah. Let's see if the lawyer said, let me look up Ben Brafman. Ben Brafman. Diddy. Here we go. Statement. By the way, this is the attorney. This is the attorney. And matter of fact, we'll get into it in a second because let me just give my opinions and then we'll go into like what the lawyer had said. Because keep in mind as well, the lawyer who dealt with that particular situation. I'll get into it. Anyway. All right. So, y'all heard the apology. I think it's a piss poor apology, man. Yo, I think Diddy has just not acknowledged that his actions of the past is just coming back to haunt him. This felt like someone who was asking for sympathy, but saying he's not asking for sympathy. Like the look on his face, the demeanor, him looking like he's in Bali under this fucking like wooden like little scaffolding or whatever. Like it felt like, yo, have some pity on me, bro. Like I'm really going through it, bro. They're saying I'm a bad guy, but I've been trying to work on myself, right? And now I will be one of the people who says I do believe for many things in life, unless we're going to sentence you to death, I do think there should be paths or a way to redemption, right? But before we ever get there, we also do have to get to the part where you admit shit and where you aren't in denial and you're not gaslighting people. And I think that's where Diddy is. You know, Diddy's trying to skip that main step. Like he's like, you know, he mentioned something in the apology. He said, yo, I got professional help. Well, what's the point of you getting professional help if you're just going to gaslight people to say they're all lying about what you allegedly done or the type of person you allegedly were after you got some help? It feels like you didn't get some help. It feels like you're now being manipulated, right? And you know, another ugly part about this is like it felt like Diddy, who, you know, if the rumors are true that he purchased this videotape, or, you know, and I hate the word purchase the videotape because, and we're going to get into how I think he got this video. I don't think he had this video at the crib, okay? So when people keep hearing you purchase, this isn't like buying a car. Okay, well, if you don't have the car, I have the car. No, I think he paid for this thing to be destroyed. Yo, delete that tape. Get that tape on out of here, right? Like, and I know some of y'all really think he's that sick, and maybe he is, but I'm just assuming right here. I just don't think he had this tape with him beating this chick at his crib. What was he gonna do with it? Like watch it every few weeks to remind himself of giving Cassie the beats? No, I think he would want this. This is a guy who has cleverly and diabolically slithered out of every situation for decades. I don't think he's the guy who says, like, you remember that, is it Menace to Society, where they kill the people, take the tape, and then they start watching the tape at home? I don't think Diddy's that stupid. Okay, we got the crime on video. Yo, pop it in the VCR real quick. Let's watch the tape off the ass whooping. I don't think Diddy's that stupid. Okay? Now, again, I could be wrong too. But we also have to say, if he's that dumb, I don't think he goes damn near 20 years or more than 20 years without getting caught red-handed in the public eye. Right? So, when we hear the words, he purchased the tape, I don't think he said, yo, just make a copy for me and I'll give you 25. I think he meant, yo, I'm giving y'all 50 bands, delete this motherfucker. Now, granted, obviously wasn't deleted because we now see it. But that's what I think this is. Also, Diddy's looking like someone like, he's coming across as the only time he is seeing how horrible, which this is one thing I just think he's lying about. He said, I knew then what I did was disgusting. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if we really ask Diddy to his core, or if he was in secret and knew none of this would ever get out, and be like, damn, why was you moving like that with Kim Porter, Gina Hugh, whatever her name is, Cassie, other bunch of women, just beating the brakes off of them. I think Diddy would be like, I come from an era where we beat our bitches to keep them in line. That's what I believe Diddy was saying. I don't think Diddy was doing this like on some random shit. I think Diddy just beat his chicks. He beat them to keep them in line. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I really think that was Diddy's MO. And also everything we've heard about Diddy, that's again unsubstantiated, because, you know, we would hear things like, you know what I mean? Even me, I've never even met Diddy, but I've never been to a party of his. I haven't been a part of many of these things. But you've heard things from the person who was there or the person who knew somebody there. You're like, huh?
Striking Tyreek, thank you for the follow. I'll see you.
You get what I'm saying? I think that's Diddy's MO. That's why I'm looking at him while he's apologizing. I'm like, bruh, your apology is also null and void to me when your apology is clearly only for the reason you got caught. I've always said this. It's a motto I started living by like years ago. And I'm going to tell you how it's even applied to me personally, right? Like, because I remember when I went through the whole thing with Chrissy Teigen and I said the B word and they were like, oh my God, you can't call Chrissy Teigen the B word. You got to apologize. And I didn't want to apologize. And the reason why I didn't want to apologize is because of this. I did end up apologizing. I'll tell you why. My motto in apologizing is this. Never apologize for something you would do twice. If you would do it again, don't apologize. Like, you're not apologizing at that point. Don't apologize to appease people's feelings, right? When I did apologize, I apologized because I knew other women were offended, especially my coworker, who I had so much respect for, which was Nadeska. I ain't like that nigga John Legend. I ain't like his woman. And to keep it real, I thought they only really gaslight me because I was a white woman. Because I'm like, if I call Young Miami, which I'm not right now, but if I did call her the B word or whatever the case is, she called me gay slurs. I could call her the B word. Like, that's how I felt, and I still feel like that. You get what I mean? But I remember the people, they were acting like it was the worst thing in the world. Anyway, whatever. The point is, I don't even think this is an apology by Diddy. I don't think this is an apology by Diddy at all. I think this is a horrible apology. I think this actually goes into show how much Diddy is a manipulator. This is one of the few times that I think that he's realized he can't manipulate. The only reason why I think he put this up, I don't know who he consults with. Actually, I do know he consults with a lot of people. Diddy consults with a shit ton of people. Do you get what I'm saying? I know this personally. I won't even tell y'all how I know this. Diddy has an army of people working for him. I'm telling you this is a fact. Diddy has several private investigators working for him currently. Has almost like a law firm. When I mean a law firm, like one of these premier law firms, like with that many lawyers. You got the civil side, the criminal side. They're both sharing information. They're working to the max. Diddy has the best people on earth with him. Now, who could tell him what to do? I don't know who that person is, but whoever who told him to put out this video, I can't imagine it's anybody but himself. Because I don't even know what this was supposed to accomplish. You can't start the healing when we don't even know the extent of the damage. Right? Like, you don't go into the emergency room with 9 shots and they said, all right, well, okay, let's put a couple Band-Aids in. No, we got to go, like, fucking cut you open a little bit, see what the fuck the bullets did damage to, motherfucker. So, like, this was an apology that came as if Diddy thought we're at the point of proceeding to healing. Like, okay, yo, all right, man, yeah, I know I beat that bitch up, but I did pray to God. I got some help. It's been like, 7 years. I'm healed. What the fuck? Why y'all think it's bad? You know what I mean? That's what it came across to me. So I can't understand why, and then there's this other part of like analyzing this to say, well, did he apologize because of his career? His career is in limbo, and this video is as damning as could be, right? Like, Chris Brown's career was irreparably damaged when we just saw photos of the victim. And we heard the police report. Of course, he got arrested too. Watching this video, and not to compare, and I don't want to be the asshole. I don't want to be insensitive, but this video was worse than the Ray Rice video. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to compare domestic violence video to another video, but this was such a blindsided, unprovoked, like, you hitting a woman who can't even see you about to hit her that she can even brace. She's on the floor looking like she's fucking really hurt. You're kicking her like you're kicking a 60-yard field goal. Like, bro, like, this is bad. I can't even remember an ass whooping this bad, bro. Maybe what was the name of that nigga? Some Zach Stacy or some NFL nigga? That shit was bad too. You get what I'm saying? But this was just horrible. It was horrible. And, I think Diddy should have just, like, chilled out. He shouldn't have said nothing. He should have just, like, played the background. There's not much you can say here. You're guilty. You're guilty of this allegation, at least. Right? if people are going to accept you back or have some sympathy for you, and by the way, before I even get to that, him issuing this apology, to me, was probably another clue into what Diddy's strategy might be for this whole entire situation. I think Diddy is hoping that the public is going to have some sympathy, or perhaps might over time, not now, over time, let's say if he doesn't get charged with anything criminally, maybe say, you know what they say about Bill Cosby, right? Oh man, they only got Cosby because he was about to buy, was it CBS? Like that, hopefully people will start standing up for Diddy to say, well, they only fucked with him because he's a powerful black man. And they're only, you know, there was some narratives already kind of get pushed out there like, would they have ran up in so-and-so white man's house like this? Like, you know, look how they ran up in his house with guns to their heads and all. Nah. So I do think that that's one of the reasons why Diddy put this out. But as a whole, man, I think Diddy did himself no favors by this. He pretty much proved who people think he is, because if you read all of the you know, stories or people giving their accounts of their interactions with him, they all basically say he's a manipulator, someone who is an expert in covering up, someone who's an expert in trying to change the public's opinion or giving off a false opinion about what's going on, despite something else going on. So I really I'm baffled why this motherfucker put this shit out, man. Somebody said Ray Rice is innocent. Well, we're not even going to speak to that. And by the way, the reason why I compare this to the Ray Rice incident, I do believe in the Ray Rice incident, I believe she may have did something, and not saying it validated what he did back, but I think she might have hit him or something. In this, Cassie, this is like the worst video I've seen, because what would, like, even if you ever been with like an argumentative woman, the chick who like presses every fucking button, it's like she almost try to pushes you to that fucking point, right? Usually those people, they never want to leave. They never want to leave. They find a way to stay. They find a way to argue. They find a way to fucking, you know, come to the point of just agitating every bone and blood vessel in your body, hoping to get a reaction. That's not what we see on this video. And not saying that also validated or would validate. I'm just saying this seems like the most opposite example of anything that you could be like, what happened before? You don't. There were certain cases that people would see videos, and
that is true. He is telling the truth.
And people would say, "But what happened earlier?" Or "We need to know more information." This is one of those cases that
Blair,
just
I
watching
see you.
how
Thank
this
you for the
happened,
follow.
that videotape alone, and you know, trigger warning, because I am gonna play it again, not to trigger you or anything, but just, you know, to add to the commentary. This is a situation where, and by the way, I ain't gonna lie to you, this diabolical run out here, bro. This is so crazy. The way this nigga Diddy turned the corner, nigga, was like Sha'Carri Richardson on a 4x100 stretch, nigga, when she gets the baton and she doing an anchor run, nigga. The way that nigga turned the fucking corner was like Usain Bolt at the goddamn 2016 Olympics, nigga, when he had to break the record for the 200-meter sprint, and he turned that corner and said, "Let's go, nigga." Look at this nigga Diddy, bro. Check this nigga out. Yo, this nigga is moving faster than Tyreek Hill. This nigga moving like Ja Morant. Yo, what's up with this nigga, bro? Why this nigga moving like this, dog? Look at this. The craziest thing is this nigga got some church socks on, bro. Look how this nigga did. Yo, the craziest thing, he's not even using like two hands to like part wind. He got one hand on the fucking towel. This is crazy. Look. Yo, this nigga was running so fast he had to press the brakes early, nigga. You can see him slowing down. Oh, okay, I gotta slow down before I run past this fucking. This nigga Diddy's running so fast. Look, he gotta pump the brakes right about here, nigga. Look, you can tell. All right, let me slow it down. Because I know I gotta. Look, oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, this is saddening. She putting on her shoes. She got the hoodie on, and I'm not laughing. But this nigga
I'm
did
not
all
laughing,
of a
but
sudden,
you just
when
laughed.
he sees her, he sizes her up, and I ain't gonna lie, this is just all bad, bro. Like, I don't even know what you know. What the craziest thing is, I'm pretty sure Diddy's sitting in the crib right now, and he's like, "Yo, damn, what should I do?" And honestly, I think the only thing he could do is nothing. I mean, your public image, and especially Diddy, who has known so many people, he's been nice to so many people too. Don't get it wrong, and given jobs and opportunities to so many people. Unfortunately, your public image and your character in how it will be spoken about, it's left to everybody else, not you. We don't want to hear that, you know what I mean? Yo, you got saved, baptized, you know what I mean? You born again. You're going to Belize to go do, like, you know what I mean, missionary work with Shine. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? It's the ghost of whoever that was haunting you. Like, we don't want to hear it. Unfortunately, he has to shut the fuck up and just try to make sure he doesn't go to jail, right? I think his public image, which I do think he's lived off, you know, he's one of those people who's lived off cultural equity, like, enormously. The reason why he got millions of dollars, allegedly, I don't know if this was true, but he got so much support from the Democratic Party to do the Vote or Die campaign back in like 2004, and I believe even 2008, is because people looked at Diddy as, if Diddy says this, the black community follows. The reason why Diageo comes in and says, yo, take Ciroc and run with it, we'll even cut you in as a partner with these other flavored brands, is if Diddy is someone who culturally the people love or trust. This shit just erupted it all. So anyway, this happened, and trigger warning again. But I'll also say this too. I seen some people, and I've been watching a bunch of YouTube channels. You know, people trying to break it down. People claim they have information. I watched this one YouTube channel that says, "Well, Diddy." Like, I can't remember which channel it was. I would give you a shout out if I remember. But a channel said that they talked to some OG niggas in New York that was familiar either with the Diddy camp or was cool with Diddy or knew about this incident. And they said the real reason why Diddy was chasing her down is because she allegedly stole or took like $100,000 and maybe jewelry, but I heard definitely money. And apparently that there's like a Louis Vuitton bag right here. They claim it's in there, right? And not only it's in there, they said she was trying to take and leave with his property. They said apparently he was either in the shower or something like that, and Cassie tried to sneak out, so it was really theft. Now, again, those are unsubstantiated claims. I'm just saying it to you know, even denounce, and also just say, listen, coming from a nigga, and y'all have known, you know, people have said
If
left,
that was
right,
the
up,
case,
down,
he wouldn't have been
good,
dragging
bad,
her back in the
everything about
room.
me. But I've also given you guys stories about me and other people and women or whatever the case is. Trust me. People have stolen from me money and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Again, granted, I never caught him in the act. But this ain't the, like, this is still not appropriate, especially for somebody who's Diddy. You know what I mean? So whoever, you know, again, if I knew the name of the channel, I want to give you credit, Justin, because I heard it from your channel. But even if Cassie, I don't know, took some money and was leaving, it's not the way to handle it. To beat the brakes off of her. That's not the way to handle it at all. Now, granted, also, I don't think that's also true necessarily, because remember, if we go back to her lawsuit, she actually claims that Diddy punched her in the eye before she left the room. Remember the lawsuit? The lawsuit said, yeah, that nigga punched me in my eye. We can go back to the lawsuit.
On that same day? God damn.
Lawsuit
This nigga
here.
is a menace.
Let's see. 2016. Right here. In around March 2016, during a freak off, which is crazy, during the freak off. Oh my God. You know what also might be ridiculously insane? And I'm not trying to make a joke out of this at all. If Diddy could run this fast down the hallway with a hard dick. Nigga, have y'all niggas ever jacked off in the shower? Nigga, I feel like I'm about to pass out. If Diddy could run this goddamn hard with a hard dick, yo, the cops got to check this nigga out, man. This nigga's a devious nigga, bro. Nigga, with all the blood flowing down there, nigga, like, shit, you can't even think too straight. Like, your limbs get a little bit. This nigga is running like Usain Bolt with a hard cock? Oh, hell no. There's something wrong with Diddy. Something is wrong with Diddy. That's a fact. No, something's wrong. Bro, they say during the freak off. Like, what you mean? Like, ayo, pause. I'm not saying pause for that. Nigga, it literally says during the freak off. What do you think the freak off is? The freak off is the freak off, my nigga. Diddy, come on. It's the diddler, nigga. Anyway. He became extremely intoxicated and punched her in the face, giving her a black eye. Oh, okay, after he fell asleep. All right, so maybe he slept it off. Pause. She tried to leave the room and he exited and began screaming and blah, blah, follow. Okay, that's when that happened. All right.
Against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by...
I also see a comment on my Instagram page about this. I'm going to speak about that next.
Ventura in November last year and settled the next day, referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint...
Okay. I see someone in my comment section on Instagram says this video lets you know that they have nothing on him. They rather demolish his character in the public eyes than can arrest him. Okay.
That could be true, but most likely not true.
For a quick second,
most likely that's not true, but it
before
could
we even
be
get
true.
back to the apology. Again, if you guys just joined, thank you for showing up here. Diddy has issued an apology, a video apology, to somebody we don't know. He just said, I'm sorry. Again, it even feels like more than he's saying I'm sorry to the public for y'all seeing this, which it kind of clearly it's not like I'm sorry to the victim.
Going
which, by the way,
on the follows.
Again,
Thank
before
you
I move on.
guys.
Truthfully, too, I don't think Diddy's sorry to Diddy is apologetic to Cassie. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all.
Thank you for the follow.
We just have to, and again, some of these conversations are uncomfortable because we also have to use assumptions and think like someone who's done a bunch of shit that's heinous. So please, just have a little bit of, understanding. Do y'all think that Diddy's sorry to Cassie?
Fuck no.
Let's put this in perspective.
He didn't even say her name.
He paid Cassie reportedly between $30 and $50 million in a settlement after she filed a lawsuit that pretty much blew up his reputation and caused about 8 to 10 other lawsuits to come. He pays her the money the next day. After that, Cassie goes to help the feds to put his ass in jail. Gets his house raided. All along that whole time, Cassie's lawyers keep putting out a statement, which clearly, if they keep saying they're Cassie's lawyers, clearly they're basically commenting on behalf of Cassie. Cassie's lawyer keeps saying, good. And we hope he gets locked up because this is a vile human being, this and third, after paying. So basically, a chick finessed him out of money. So whatever money that was in that bag, she finessed him for 300 times more. She finessed him for money, got him, his whole career is done in terms of like just reputation-wise and how brand-friendly he used to be. Have the feds investigating him. House is being raided. And now, even the video that he paid to suppress that she hopefully wouldn't sue at one point, after he even paid her, that video gets leaked. And who knows? Maybe she leaked it. We're going to talk about who we think leaked it, but maybe she leaked it. You think he's sorry to her? She trying to put this nigga away for life. She trying to give him the R. Kelly treatment. He not sorry about that. If anything, Diddy probably thinking, man, I should have violated. I should have even more. I'm just saying that's what he's probably. Come on, you can't imagine that Diddy's really sorry for that, right? Like, think about it. Like, the chick is still trying to get Diddy locked the fuck up. So I don't think Diddy's sorry for this at all. Like, truth be told, he gonna put this bullshit ass statement out, but I don't think he's sorry for it at all. You know what I mean? Like, without Cassie, there is no case. Obviously, and I know someone's gonna say
She the one who started this.
Assault her, whatever. But you gotta think like Diddy now. Diddy's the person who's now victim, right? In his mind, and the way how this apology reads, and the way how that statement before saying enough is enough reads, Diddy's victim, right? This is the Gaslight 404 graduation course, right? Damn, I'm the victim after all I done for these motherfuckers. I done gave Cassie a career. I helped her meet her man. I done spent millions of dollars on her, bought her gifts, Birkins, cars, whatever. Now we broke up, or she cheated on me and she broke as fuck. She now suing me for the ass whoopings I gave her, right? You know, like, you got to. This is how Diddy's thinking. This is the mindset of Diddy, right? All right, I tell her I'm not paying her ass. You ain't getting a motherfucking dime out of me because I goddamn was giving you mad money during our relationship. Fuck off. She files a lawsuit. Shit's looking crazy. I just got dropped from my liquor brand. I bet. Shut the fuck up. Take the $30 million. I'm thinking it's done. It's not done. Her lawyers are putting out a statement. My house get raided. She's cooperating with the feds. Yeah, Diddy probably hates the shit out of Cassie.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Somebody said she was on Drink Champs with Diddy after the beating. Yeah, well again, this wasn't a relationship where this was the final straw. This beatdown was the final straw. They went to a premiere like 2 days afterwards, right? So they were still together. Now, we also are not going to say because she stayed with him means that, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, yeah. Anyway, this is why I'm saying that this whole apology, this is gaslight. This is gaslight 404 right here. You have the sad puppy dog face. You know what I mean? Again, you know what the funny thing is? Remember the video of Diddy like dancing and shit like that? I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time I thought Diddy was about to get cleared. Or maybe he knew something that people didn't know. This is, let me show you, a Hollywood Fix. Shout out to Hollywood Fix, by the way. But they had put out a video of, let me see. They had put out a video of Diddy, like, turning up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dancing. Like, after the feds raided his crib. He was spotted riding bicycles. Like, you know what I mean? Doing his thing. Here we go. Let's see if we can find it. He was, yeah, this is after the shit. Look. This nigga looked like Diddy looked like he was practicing to go perform in another award show. The Bad Boy reunion concert. Take that. All he needed was 2 milk bottles to hit it. Bad boys, come out and play. That's all he needed, my nigga. Real talk. So I looked at it. I'm like, yo, Diddy might be clear. Real talk. Diddy might. That's how I was looking at it, right? Because also here's what no one's really talking about, right? I hear everybody keep saying, well, Diddy. Everybody keeps saying, well, if they raided his house and blah 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 blah, and you could raid 3 properties, why isn't he in cuffs already? Well, the legal process does take a while. What's probably going to happen is that they're going to go through a secret proceeding called a grand jury, which they've either already submitted their case to the grand jury, or we don't know, but maybe there's a current ongoing grand jury session that Cassie would be testifying in. Again, this is secret. You would know about it. Cassie would be testifying in. They would be taking whatever they got from the raids and other informants and having them testify just to see if he could be indicted. With cases like this, they're going to need an indictment. And yes, you could get an indictment from, it could be just signed off by a judge on information. But most of the times, because especially when you have someone like Diddy, who's a high-profile person who's going to have the best attorneys, yeah, if the indictment is signed off by some judge or whatever the case is, that shit could get appealed and it could just get thrown out. Like I'm only saying this because of Diddy's high profile stature, right? Like he's gonna fight tooth and nail with everything, right? He's not gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, just give me preliminary. No, fuck all that. Like you niggas is just filing wild charges. You got the money and resources. Like Diddy has like the best lawyers known to man, right?
Cynical Fish Hook
so
7. Thank you for the follow.
They're gonna say,
Let's
well,
go.
if we have a case on you, the best way we could show that this process isn't being biased, right? Because that's what Diddy's lawyers would say. Well, this whole case is being biased. Yeah, he's a famous celebrity. There's a bunch of allegations which you haven't proven. You can't just say, oh, we've seen this on the blogs, we're locking him up. That's not how the legal system works. So the best way they could actually get an indictment is to do this grand jury, and the people are going to vote. The people are going to say, we're voting to indict or vote no bill, right? So it's a true bill or no bill, actually. Which a true bill is they're going to then present a a paper of indictment for Diddy, and he would get arrested and arraigned or whatever the case is, or it would be no build, which means, hey, there ain't no evidence here that we could say suggest that a crime happens. Keep in mind, a grand jury is much different from the actual criminal proceeding. In a grand jury, you have to show cause that suggests that that there's probable cause that a crime was committed, right? When you actually go to court, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So basically, the grand jury, there has to be just a preponderance of evidence that shows that Diddy may have done something and it should go to trial, right? Now, when I seen him dancing like this, I'm like, maybe Diddy's lawyers are tapped in with that and they know he's clear. Because again, they're not going to also announce it too. Like, they're not going to be like, this is probably going to be an ongoing investigation, and they probably have had multiple investigations on Diddy and many other celebrities throughout the years. They're not going to like come out and make a press conference saying, hey, yeah, the raid we did and all these other things from these civil lawsuits that we checked out, there is no charge. The nigga is going to be free. He would know that because his lawyers would be communicating with the DA, right? Or in this case, the U.S. attorney. So when I seen him chilling like this, told me one of two things. Either, Diddy's clear, or also looked like a man who knew his house of cards were collapsing and he was enjoying the simple moments in life.
The
guy
simple
who
moments?
Just to be out there smoking a cigarette, listening to some reggae music and, being open to the elements and breathing free air. Probably means a lot now if maybe you're going to be incarcerated at some point. So I didn't know which way to take it. But then we see King Combs drop the pick aside, and I was like, oh shit, they gotta be clear. They gotta be good money, right? Then we get this, which is obviously the video of the incident with Cassie. And I guess this comes into where, this comes into where this guy says this video shows they have nothing on him. They rather demolish his character in the public eyes than actually arrest him. So first and foremost, I do think it's going to take some time. Secondly, where did this video come from? Let's start using our educated minds and try to figure this out. For the people who said that he had this video at his house and it was gotten through the raids, you couldn't be more incorrect. Like, we just have to be very smart with this, right? Again, why the fuck would he have this video in just sitting at the house? Or maybe, again, I'm gonna give some of y'all, some of the leeway that you might need. You might be like, well, the nigga's gotten away with 15 different crimes. Like, he's allegedly bragging to people about the 1999 shooting, saying, nigga, I did that. Even though he wasn't convicted of doing it, and also another nigga went down for it. So if he's that pompous of admitting to crimes in the past, openly among people, maybe he's that pompous to have a video of him doing some beatdown, even though I just can't, again, I know we talk about the sick shit that, he might have been involved with, and I guess it's sick compared to whatever y'all into. But them freak offs seem sick. Like, watching 50 niggas fuck your girl while you jack off in the corner seems sick to me. But to y'all, it might just be some voyeuristic, freak shit, right? Anyway, maybe you're like, well, shit, the same way he's into that, he just likes to just have a video of him whipping ass. I don't know. It seems unlikely. Now, I'm going to rule out one thing. I'm going to give a statement after. I'm going to rule out that the hotel workers sold this. I don't believe that. But I do believe this was leaked by the feds. I don't think the feds got this. I don't think the feds got this from the house, but I do think they leaked this. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, they leaked it.
Again, I know the media game. I know it very well. Again, I know this is a different level CNN, but I know how the CNNs, the TMZs, I know how these people work with information and for information. This wasn't a monetizable play by CNN. This wasn't we're giving you $200,000 and we get the exclusive and we're just gonna try to make $2 million. Now, granted, it's probably doing great for the network and all the attention it's bringing, but I don't think that they paid. Also, from what I've been told, this tape wasn't being shopped. To all the places, including TMZ and other places, I heard that this tape wasn't being shopped. So what it tells me is it was a direct leak, right? And I'm not saying money wasn't involved, but it was a direct leak. Now, on a contemporary level, chat, right? If you were to see this video, where would you expect to see that? I didn't expect CNN. I expect TMZ, maybe The Blast. There's a few other places that you could kind of get it out. It's gossipy. It's you know, it's like a smoking gun type of situation. Rest in peace. That
Don't worry, I'm about to start a mission. I just want to listen for a little bit of what he's saying.
Expect it to go to CNN, unless to me, the Feds leaking it. If it's the Feds, I think the Feds is only gonna leak it to CNN. I don't think the Feds will leak it anywhere else. CNN just seems like the place that they will leak it to. Yo, hey, we're going to do it through a proxy. They probably definitely did it through a proxy. I'm pretty sure whoever at HSI didn't say, hey, check your email. And it says from Homeland Security to CNN, the video. Pretty sure they leaked it through a proxy, but I do think the Feds leaked it. I think the Feds leaked it, but they leaked it for a purpose. And I think they leaked it for, and I think that purpose has to be then thought about, right? Are we in agreement, chat? Like, bro, once you seen CNN exclusive, bro, that's the government who gave it. Nigga, bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. The only time I go to CNN now is to hear some shit. I go to CNN to hear them shit talk Donald Trump, and I go to Fox News to hear them suck Donald Trump off. No Diddy.
Or subscribers or any
like basically, I only go there for politics. I go there for
Thank
high-level political discourse. I don't go to there for nothing else. Like, there's so many news channels, so many media outlets. I don't particularly go to CNN for pop culture news, for rumors about J-Lo and what's it, Ben Affleck. I don't go there for it. You know what I mean? I don't even go to people. I don't even go to E! News for that. I don't go to none of these places, right? Like, just too much outlets, and even huge outlets, are online, on blogs, on these websites that's all about gossiping, that I would go there before CNN. However, I don't expect the Feds to do that. I expect the Feds to work with CNN. So I think the Feds did it. Now, why would they want to leak it? Why would they want to leak it? There is one thought that the Feds were being petty. Someone that works in HSI says, you know, on the song Pick a Side, King Combs says, yo, the Feds raided that house, but they forgot we own a house next door, and that's the stash spot. Craziest line of 2024. Maybe the Feds is like, all right, well, I got our checkmate, okay? We'll fuck your father up. And remember, he had a line, King Combs had a line saying, yo, they're looking for my dad. He on the G5 getting a lineup. Be like, word? Okay. We'll have the public determine where it should be. So that's one theory. The next theory is actually what this guy said, right? Maybe the Feds are struggling to make a case that they're leaking this video to just say, you know what, even if we don't...
I kind of feel bad for him.
Even if we don't arrest him or we can't put a case on him, we'll have validated why we did all of that before.
Kicks a
right?
woman like that is a
why we did all the raids, why it seemed like we were about to arrest him. At least it makes us look validated, right? Which, I mean, at that point, we would probably say, well, did the Feds see the video? Like, you know, because they're not going to say that they leaked it. But even if we were like, oh, okay, now that we get it, they're validated.
And we
but they didn't see the video because, like, that's the first thing we would think about the charge.
Thank you, guys.
Then I seen a few interesting people chime in. And actually, I want to get this guy on here. I don't know if y'all could reach out to him. I don't know if he'd be down to just talk about this and a few other cases. I know he's an attorney, but I do know he speaks publicly a lot on many other cases. And this is the guy who Kodak calls dad. His name is Bradford Cohen. We've seen him in court a bunch of times in Florida. But, you know, he spoke on his Diddy case, and he said, check this out. Anyone who thinks CNN obtained this video is a sucker. This was a leak. And to me, it telegraphs the fact that he's about to be charged in a bigger case. This way, if Cassie, I know he says Casey, but he means Cassie, is the star witness, they can rely on the fact that she was essentially under his control. By the way, this is why the case should have been settled way before the lawsuit was filed. He also says, one other observation, is there a reason he hasn't left the country or flew anywhere in the past month? My belief is they would arrest in a criminal complaint if he flew anywhere. That's actually, if they're that close to it, if they're that close to having an official
The way they're
complaint,
moving, they don't move like this unless they
let's not
have
say an
something.
indictment, but-
They don't. They
well,
never
yeah,
do
they would
that.
just use a complaint, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What also came out is that remember the bodyguard, and this is the most confusing guy, and this is where I want to get to next on us discussing this, because okay, we're not having sympathy for Diddy, this and third, blah, blah, blah. But then now we got to think about how did he get away with this for so long, right? So the people that worked at the hotel, they're pieces of shits, right? Can we all acknowledge? I don't know if necessarily fits a charge, but we feel like they're just as complicit in this fuckery and this bullshit. And to be honest, you know, if this is going to be a racketeering case, possibly they should look into the hotel, the management, how things were done in terms of them receiving money. Because think about this, in a racketeering case, money is always one of the things that makes a criminal enterprise, a criminal organization. And if Diddy's handing someone $50,000, a large amount of cash, to suppress or delete or hide or get rid of or store whatever evidence, potential evidence of a crime, that person is also complicit in some sort of obstruction of justice, right? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, if you kill a nigga and then you pay somebody and say, yo, well, you ain't kill a nigga, but if you could help me move the body from here to there, that person is kind of, you know what I mean? Now, because the body essentially is evidence, you know what I mean? Like you're tampering with evidence is that third. I'm wondering if they're complicit in anything. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some subpoenas served to ISG, even though they don't supposedly operate that hotel anymore. But, yo, let's knock down some doors. Let's figure out their dealings with Diddy. We want to see all financial records with Diddy and the entire company. Has he ever paid a settlement? Has he ever sent a large amount of money? We've heard about damages, like tens of thousands of dollars in damages. But, we might need proof of that. We don't know if maybe he just broke some TVs. Maybe he beat another bitch up, and he paid y'all off, and y'all called it damages, and y'all just bust down the money, or however it was. Who knows how it is. So I could imagine the feds are probably going to check into the hotel as well. But, again, this is coming underneath as criminal, you know, if we were thinking about it as a RICO. Now, here's the thing. So the people in the hotel, they seem like pieces of shit. The bodyguards. The guys who are even now saying, yo, let me speak up. Oh, I'm on an interview tour. And I'm not speaking about anyone directly. But, you know, if you know, you guys are now going around and profiting because they're getting paid for these interviews. Trust and believe. They're not doing these interviews for free. They're getting paid for these interviews. And yes, we are glad that they're sharing information and speaking the truth now. But it kind of goes to, well, why didn't you step in initially? Why didn't you alert the authorities? Why didn't you do something when you could, rather than wait 20 years to then tell the story of what you saw? That also becomes problematic. But this one guy's been kind of interesting to me. His name is Roger Bond, right? Roger Bond. Let's go to YouTube. Because he was teasing at a point. He was like, yo, I might know. No, he was just like, he basically was teasing with a bunch of like posts. Let's look it up. Roger Bond, cryptic. Like he was making really cryptic posts about the Cassie thing. This is what he said. This is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that. That's another thing already. If you thought speaking about or speaking up against domestic violence was snitching, that's a problem, right? It says, like that against Cassie or Diddy, this is me telling my truth. And I remember it for two reasons only. First, I have 4 daughters. So all the dudes, my truth as I see it. So on all dudes, what? Okay, anyway. Now, keep in mind, he teased cryptic messages literally for weeks before then coming out and saying, it wasn't like they fought like any other couple, You know, I think he was on the Danza Project, right? Was he on the Danza Project? Danza Project, Roger Bonds. And he basically said, nah, they just fought. Like, he downplayed it. Like, oh, no, I didn't really, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, he spoke about it here. He basically said, Cassie's just as wrong as Diddy. Keep in mind, he was being mad cryptic all along. Look.
It was okay to say, yo, we're going to be in Miami this weekend. Because before that, we couldn't say what we was doing and where we was going. So I just want to point out that social media is new to me. But it also gets you results.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And that's why you're here today on the Dancer Project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't be nowhere else.
Shout out to the Dancer Project.
So that's when I came out. Because, like I said, I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? So when you mention my name in a lawsuit, which I don't know, we're going to speak to a lawyer because I don't know if she used that as leverage to get the money she got, but I feel like she should have hollered at me and said, yo.
That is the problem, chat, with this whole thing. Everybody's morality is based on some money. Think about it, chat. The first thing he says is not that, oh, I'm mentioning a lawsuit and she got supposedly paid. He says, maybe she should have hollered at me because she probably used my name to go get the bread. What does that say, chat? It goes to why Diddy was probably able to do this and no evidence came out. And again, I'm not doing a defense of where I
Everybody
say,
was in love with money.
These guys are guilty too. But I kind of look at this whole situation as the reason why it was allowed to happen for this long is shitty humans who were able to turn the other cheek or turn the other way or turn the other eye, or turn their head the other way, just for some money.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's my name in the lawsuit. So that's when I came out because, like I said, I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? So when you mention my name.
Now, again, and you know, I know you'll probably see this. I'm not trying to get at you, my brother. You know, this is not what this is. But I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy in what you said. You said you came out because you have daughters, and that makes sense. Like if you feel like this guy's been evil to woman or whatever, and you felt you needed to speak up, even though you could have spoke up decades ago, cool. But then you switch it from you have daughters to wait. I wonder if she leveraged me to get the bread.
In a lawsuit, which I don't know. We're gonna speak to a lawyer because I don't know if she used that as leverage to get the money she got, but I feel like she should have hollered at me and said, yo,
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really? Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time. By the way, we talked about it, and we decided to support the Minutemen. I think it's worth giving another chance. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.
Aunt Freddie. No accounting for taste.
The victim should have called up Roger Bond and said, hey, Diddy's about to give me 30 mil. You want some? Instead of saying, hey, I'm speaking up for what's right. What's right is that for years, Diddy violated his woman. I tried to help by A, B, C, and D, but unfortunately, it was only so much I could do. That nigga is wrong. He's talking about the bread.
I'm getting ready to put your name in this, da-da-da-da-da. Same thing. She know what I'm going through with my son. So she could have said, yo, I'm getting ready to do such and such and such. If such and such come through, I got a couple of dollars for you for your son. So
This also goes back to my thing with Diddy. Again, we're not defending Diddy at all. I got to give these disclaimers before people clip me and try to take it out of context. But it kind of goes to the fact of, yo, Diddy, if you were doing all these wild things and you used to get away with it with money, you do know when you're a fucked up person, you do things continually fucked up. You essentially sign lifetime contract with the people who have to either bear the secrets for you for life or have to continually and be complicit in the fucker you're doing. So again, if you got the 30 mil to pay Cassie, you know, I was just watching this movie, which I've read the reviews. I heard it's horrible. It's this show on Netflix. It's called Fool Me Once. I don't know if y'all watched it. I don't want to like fuck it up for y'all if I do watch it. And essentially, it was like about this rich family. And this rich family, you know, who was kind of doing a lot of little shady shit, you know what I mean? They would put people on payroll for life, damn near. It was like, all right, cool, some shit happened back in the 80s. We know we gonna need you to shut the fuck up unless we kill you. Here's a little check, monthly, for the rest of your life. Like, they were looking at the books and like, damn, I've been paying this motherfucker for 20 years. Like, why? Yeah, this person might know a little something. So when I look at Diddy and I'm like, well, you got like a lot of disgruntled niggas who are saying they just needed some money. It's not even like they're really not saying, oh yeah, let's get Diddy. They're just saying, yo, bro, like my son's in a fucked up position. Like, shit ain't going for me, right, bro? Like, yo, you even had Keefy D at one point. It was like, yo, brother, love, show some love. Like, you know what I mean? You have a lot of people who saying, bro, just share a little bit of the wealth. Like, yo, we allowed you to do all this fuck shit. Why not? Why didn't Diddy take them serious? Or did he get so pompous and arrogant to say, fuck y'all. I've used y'all, I could discard y'all, and I'm so high up, I've leveled up every time I discarded one of y'all motherfuckers who are disposable in my book, that once I discarded y'all can't come back around and come step on this empire. Get out of here. That was a grave mistake, correct?
I ain't taking sides when it comes to that situation because I look at her being just as wrong as him. But for all the people that say that I'm looking for clout off of it, my name got brought into it. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all was going through everything that y'all was going through, I never jumped out the window. I never said nothing. I had my beef with Puff individually. You know what I'm saying? For not standing on 10 toes with my son. That was my beef. It wasn't until later on where everything else came into play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest with you. Some of those things I knew and some of them things I didn't know. So I don't think it's fair for people to say I knew everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I did know. Did I ever see him hit somebody? Yeah, I definitely did. Did I ever see him and Cassie fight? Yes, I definitely did. When she said that I came in between them fighting, did I do that? Yes, I definitely did. But I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't think it was a wrong thing because I never seen the things that she actually like the stomping out and the beating, and I've never seen stuff like that. I would jump into something after the first blow, like not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is that possible, y'all think, chat? So he's saying, I don't know, maybe he saw like a backhand, one slap or something like that, but he ain't see the chronic like beat downs and everything like of the sort. Do you think it's possible that Diddy, do you think it's possible you could be around someone who witnessed like certain type of aggression and be completely surprised that maybe if you, the security guard, who your job is there to kind of make sure no one puts hands on your clients, but make sure an altercation doesn't happen around him, if you, the security guard, witness that, you don't think maybe not in front of you, but maybe behind when you're not around? Like someone made a great point about the video, right? They said, if Diddy did this in public, what the fuck do you think he was doing in private? Like, it's like he did this at the fucking Intercontinental by the elevator with a robe on. Don't you think in his crib he probably issuing the A-Town stomp? You know what I mean? Like, yo, he doing the Block Boy JB move on these chicks. Like, you don't think he was going crazy? You don't think he was throwing a Kurt Schilling fastball at these chicks and Mariano Rivera? Like, what you think? Anyway,
let's talk about Harvey Weinstein.
We're gonna get to that in a second. My bad.
To your point, you actually can't even wrong him, because now the way the lawsuit came out and it's so divisive, it's like the first question is, where's everybody who was complicit? So it's like you got to pick a side. So you almost got to jump out the window and be like, hey, bro, I wasn't on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just speak your truth, let you know what's going on, because now you could possibly be implicated.
Because it's like a thing. It's like you first of all, you think about your job, right? You think about your job.
Hey, chat. With a lot of people who came out, which I wish all of these guys had sought an attorney before even choosing to do these interviews, and I know they were getting paid, because I don't think they realized in a moment, but it's aged so badly when y'all literally said, "Oh, I had to choose between my job," and I guess that is a dilemma, right? Like, yo, if I speak up, I'm gonna lose my source of income. But you tell me, where do you judge someone who sits back complicitly and says, I'm going to watch other humans get abused. I'm going to watch people get taken advantage of. I'm going to watch very violent, heinous things happen to people. And I'm just not going to say nothing, or it's not my business, mostly because I don't want to lose my job. Are those people pieces of shit, or are those people like, yo, they got to pay their bills? As long as they're not doing it or they're not helping it, bro, you can't blame them. What do you feel about those people?
And you say, this is my employer. You look at people when you see people that have spoken up for smaller things, and then they don't have a job. So people say, yo, but your job wasn't. How many people work at the sanitation and everything else that hate their job and things go wrong, but they never speak up because they afraid of how they're going to pay their bills the next month? So a lot of those things, I was in that situation, in that predicament. Yeah, if it was to get crazy, I wouldn't think about my job. Right. But then when you around certain people, you only going to do what you think that person would allow. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when she said, and I remember specifically what she's talking about when she said it was after an event on Sunset and her and Puff got into it. My thing was more or less.
Okay, what was that? Sunset. Let's go to Roger Bond. In the car, this is 2009. In the car, Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. So Roger Bond is from like 2009. I don't know if he was around 2016. Okay. Wait, what? I keep playing this. Sorry.
Arguing and fighting in front of on Sunset Boulevard. What are y'all doing? Right. This is such and such. This is such and such. Yo, get the fuck in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because it works both ways. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him put his hands on her, and I've seen her put his hands on him. And see, that's what people don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to just go crazy. And I'm not saying that neither one is right. But there's been times when.
How do you treat that information, chat?
Sounds truthful.
How do you treat, it looks like his disposition is, hey, they were both beating each other up. Now, I'm not going to play the full interview, but he says, yo, she's just as wrong. That was the title. she was just as wrong as Diddy. Now, he just recently did an interview with, I believe, Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan, right? And his interview, let's see if we could get to, okay. Here we go. So this is a segment.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
This came out 2 hours ago.
Around 4 or 5 times.
So now, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is, you know, it seems like his memory is a little bit more clearer now. His memory of Diddy being violent after the video came out is a little clearer. You know what I mean? Like, he knows the amount of times. Look.
Was that all with Cassie, or was it Cassie and other women?
I seen him with Cassie, and I seen him with Kim Porter, his kid's mother.
There have also been...
Again, I'm not trying to besmirch anybody's name. I felt like when this Bodyguard first came out, he was really like a leaf in the wind, almost trying to send a smoke signal to Diddy to say, Diddy, a lot of people want to hear from me. Cut me the fucking check, gang, and I won't do nothing. I'll shut the fuck up. I'll go on vacation like that driver in Tory Lane's case, right? He's waiting. I don't know if Diddy sent over a small stimulus package, but after a while he was like, you know what? I ain't really have much to tell. Cassie was guilty just as much as Diddy. You know what I mean? It's a clusterfuck, which is not what people wanted to hear. People wanted to hear how violent he was and how much of a monster he was. He didn't say that. The interview I just played, he's cutting it kind of even. The video came out now. He's lost all sense of cutting it even, and he remembers all the times Diddy was giving out the beats. Listen to this.
Allegations involving him and other men in terms of abuse.
It's been times that I would stand by the elevator, or I would go downstairs and say, why is this guy rushing me out? And I would see different men. I've never seen what they did, but I've actually stood there while they knocked on the hotel room door. When you go through life just paying your way out, I really feel like he might be sorry now. He's sorry that he got caught. But
okay.
Your reaction when you saw that video?
My reaction was...
This is a reaction to the viral video of him beating Cassie, okay?
He's up to the same games. You know, my reaction was he never mentioned Cassie's name in that apology. You know, so to me, he didn't humble himself enough. I think he said what people wanted to hear, not what he felt. That was just my opinion about it.
The actual level of violence has been very shocking to people. To watch any man do that to a woman, particularly a very high-profile man doing it in such brazen public manner in a public place like that, was even more shocking. That he had no compulsion about doing this where there may be cameras. But was that indicative of Diddy's general behavior towards women?
In my light, I would say yes. In my light, I would say yes. It didn't surprise me when I saw it because I've seen things to this nature before. I've gotten in between things of this nature.
Doesn't that contradict what we just played? He's like, I never seen the stompings before. I seen a little fight and I'll get in between it. Now he's saying, that's the beatdown? Like, yo, this beating looked like some shit. My nigga, this beatdown looked like some shit you'd only see on live leaks, my nigga. This shit is bad. Now he's saying, actually, now y'all jog my memory. Yeah, I've seen a couple of these beatdowns. Yeah. What?
Before. And this was back in 2012. So
this nigga know the exact date now. Yo, Chad, am I tripping? Look.
Predicament. Yeah, if it was to get crazy.
Yeah, look.
You look at people when you say, yo, but your job wasn't. How many people work at the sanitation and everything else? They hate their job and things go wrong, but they never speak up because they afraid of how they going to pay their bills the next month. So a lot of those things, I was in that situation, in that predicament. Look, yeah, if it was to get crazy, I wouldn't think about my job. Right. But then when you around certain people, you only going to do what you think that person is. You look at people when
the way the lawsuit came,
she actually like the stomping out. And
yeah, right.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I didn't think it was a wrong thing because I never.
Yo, Chad, 100%. I ain't think it was wrong. I ain't think it was that bad. I never seen the stompings. Then now it's like, oh yeah, I seen them type of beat down. Yo, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. My boy probably has some amnesia, though.
Yes, I definitely did. Did you, when she said that I came in between them fighting, did I do that? Yes, I definitely did. But I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't think it was a wrong thing because I never seen the things that she actually like the stomping out.
You ain't see the stomping out?
And the beating. And
you ain't see the beatings?
I've never seen stuff like that.
Oh.
I would jump into something.
Wait, he said you ain't see the stompings or the beatings, right?
In my light, I would say yes. In my light, I would say yes. It didn't surprise me when I saw it because I've seen things to this nature before.
What?
I've gotten in between.
Nigga, we just seen stompings and beatdowns. He said he never saw it. Now he's saying he's seen it.
Things of this nature before. And this was back in 2012.
He's giving a date when he's seen it. Nigga, he got exact dates.
So that's why I was so adamant on what I said yesterday after he posted that apology, because it comes a time where it's like, you can't just say anything you want to say and think that people gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a God syndrome, you know? The same way that he's been in a lot of trouble before and you could pay your way out. He knew those cameras was there, you know? But of course, as we heard, he came back to the hotel and he paid to get the footage, but didn't know, which Cassie said inside her complaint, that they gave her.
Yo, chat, this is just my opinion. All of these people worked with Diddy in covering this shit up, man. Just be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Probably.
I'm not saying that Diddy's not a piece of shit, but Diddy, what this is indicating, that there was a culture of prioritizing money over morals, money and revenue and income and keeping a business going, rather than being a whistleblower or standing up, or maybe that person felt like, well, if I say something, I'm snitching. But that was like, again, the bodyguards are complicit. Who knows if, you know, the chief of staffs, the assistants, the drivers, who knew? Like, you know, I think everybody was just like, let me just keep myself to myself.
Her a copy of the footage also. You know what I'm saying? So when you go through life just paying your way out, I really feel like he wasn't sorry about that. Yeah, he might be sorry now. He's sorry that he got caught. But if that was a one-time incident, then I would say accept his apology. But I think in that apology, he said what he thought people wanted.
Pierce, I like you for your hard-hitting style of interview.
All right, y'all.
If you don't
I'm gonna get out of
immediately
here
ask
now,
him,
so I can
well,
just
if you
wake up tomorrow and then stream. I shall see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for watching. Stay Woke TV. Thank y'all for all the follows. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's your boy DJ Grimlock. This is Stay Woke TV. Y'all boys stay woke out there. I'm out of here. Love you. Deuces.
you've seen things that was similar to what we saw in that video. How did you deal with that? You're the security. You're getting paid from this guy. How many daughters you have? You said 4? How did you deal with this? Yo, Pierce, you gotta hold it down for the gang. Come on, bro.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
Around 4 or 5 times.
Yo, Roger Bond, I know you probably spoke to an attorney already, but I hope you did. Because your memory just kind of, like, I think at first people were like, oh, this nigga don't know shit about shit. 'Cause you